Anxiety is nothing to worry about. Anxiety is nothing to be anxious about. Why would I say something like that? Seems a bit insensitive, right? Well, I'm someone who experienced a lot of anxiety in my life, and there was one thing that really shifted it completely. What we often don't realize is it's not the anxiety that's the so-called issue. It's not the fear, it's the fear of the fear. It's the fear of the anxiety. Because let's break this down. Anxiety, what is it made out of? It's made out of physical sensations in the body, nervous system activation, sympathetic, the fight, flight, freeze response system activation, and thoughts, perhaps fearful thoughts, anxious thoughts, worrying thoughts, catastrophizing thoughts in the mind. Can you find anything else to anxiety other than that? Now, I don't mean to reduce anxiety as if to say, oh, it's just nothing. I know from first-hand experience, when you're in the middle of a panic attack, it's literally the worst thing that you can experience. It's actually worse than real, dangerous, fraught situations. Because even if there's a situation, your response to that can vary. But the response of anxiety in your body and mind, even if there's no apparent situation, is extremely palpable, extremely intense, and feels extremely real, even if you think you're not in a real dangerous situation. But underneath all these descriptions, there are the physical sensations in the body and the fearful thoughts in the mind. But you are not that I. You are not that character in the fearful story. You're not the I in the thought, I feel so anxious. You're not the me in the story, what might happen to me. You're not the physical sensations in the body. They may well be highly intense, they may well be very uncomfortable, but you're not the thoughts, you're not the character in the thinking, and you're not the physical sensations. You are this boundless space of awareness that contains it all, that's fundamentally undisturbed, that's fundamentally at peace. And so it's our resistance to the anxiety, it's our fear and anxiety about the anxiety that keeps it going, that keeps it cycling and even growing. But you are this boundless space of awareness in which it's all appearing. And when you drop your resistance to the anxiety, by realizing this, by realizing you're not that anxious thinking, you are this boundless space of awareness. By realizing these bodily sensations might be uncomfortable, but underneath the labels of discomfort, the sensations happening to me, it's just a sensation. It's just a raw, physically felt sensation. So you can simply be aware of yourself as this space of awareness. And you can actually welcome the anxiety. This is what shifted it all for me, to drop my fear of the anxiety and simply be willing to fully experience the physical sensations in the body, to fully experience the fearful thoughts in the mind and say, okay, go ahead, do what you will. This is Mexico City, by the way. Beautiful park in a nice park, Mexico City. Lots of dogs, lots of traffic, people out and about walking. Yeah, if you want to make my heart beat faster, anxiety, make it beat faster. If you want thoughts to go crazy, make them go crazy. If I'm going to feel all dizzy and lightheaded, well, I'm going to feel dizzy and lightheaded. If the sensation's going to be very uncomfortable and intense, well, let it be uncomfortable and intense. Without identifying with the I in the thinking, the me in the thinking, this is happening to me. It's not happening to anyone, it's just happening, it's just a sensation. And strangely, counterintuitively, that actually begins the end of the anxiety. That begins the relaxing of the nervous system. Just try and make yourself, force yourself to have a panic attack. You can't. It's in the, oh no, I don't want this to happen. Oh no, it's happening again. More identification with thinking, which fuels more sympathetic nervous system activation, which fuels more anxiety. But in the fully welcoming of the fearful thinking, not welcoming as in indulging in it, but just letting the thoughts do what they will, whilst you remain knowingly as this open space of awareness, welcoming the physical sensations by letting that heightened energy flow through your body, is the key to ending anxiety. And I talk from personal experience. Peace.